Are you tired of being outgunned or outmaneuvered, or just simply outplayed in Rainbow Six Siege? Or maybe you're just fed up with brain-dead teammates and are just having a hard time ranking up. Well good, you should be upset, and you should want to get better, but it's already a good sign you clicked on this video, because today I'm diving deep into some strategies, tips, and tricks that will not only skyrocket your KD, but also your rank, and in turn, it'll actually help you get better at the game, hopefully. I put hopefully in quotation marks because I can't fully guarantee everything because every person is different, and this is kind of a general video. However, I can guarantee you will take away something positive in this video, and it will actually help you get better. So let's get right into it. So to make it easier on not only you, but also me, I'm going to divide it into 4 different categories. Mindset, game knowledge, mechanics and positioning, and playing the game. And I ranked these in order of importance, so let's start with the most important one, mindset. So it may not seem like it at first, but mindset is a huge deal breaker in this game. Having a good and positive mindset can affect not only how you actually play the game, but also how well you perform during the game. And not only that, but your desire to get better at the game, which is what you're doing right now, watching my video. So once you get the desire to get better at the game, you're already a huge step in the right direction. So going back to the positive mindset, I'm also going to add on a carefree attitude. So when you play this game, you're going to have ups and downs, you're going to have losses, you're going to lose rank games, you're going to lose ranks, your K is going to drop, it's a part of the game. However, if you let those downs and those big losses not affect you in any way, that's when you're actually going to get better. This isn't only about a video game, this applies to a principle of life. If you get knocked down, you get right back up and you keep going. And I just want to clarify, when I talk about a carefree attitude, I don't mean like swapping everyone on defense and ash rushing on attack and not caring what happens. You should still care to a certain point of whether you win or lose and whether you want to get better or not. But what I'm talking about is your ability to just accept a loss or accept a death and just move on quickly. Because if you dwell on it too much and give it too much attention, it's going to eat away at you and you're just going to be miserable. So just move on quickly and don't worry about superficial things. So continuing on with mindset, I'm also just highlighting the amount of effort you gave into the game, how often you play T-Hunts, or how often you actually play the game to want to get better. Because we all know, the more you do something, the more you get better at it. The more reps you do, the stronger you'll get. So for example, I see a lot of people not playing ranked because they're scared of they're going to lose or do bad in ranked. But playing ranked more often is going to make you a better ranked player. Think about it, you're playing ranked more, so you're getting better at ranked. And going back to carefree attitude, you shouldn't really care if you lose. I also want to highlight how well you take criticism. I know all of us, we're Siege players, we all have some sort of ego, and we think we're the best at some point. And while it's good to have confidence, your confidence shouldn't block out constructive criticism. Because making mistakes and then learning from them is the fastest way you're going to get better. So all I'm really trying to say is have an open mind. Take constructive criticism from people, learn from other people, maybe try a different strategy, maybe your random is teaching you something, and maybe just try it for a round. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And lastly, I know this is a long segment, but dealing with random teammates. We've all solo queued at some point, and we've all seen randoms make terrible plays, reinforce the wrong wall, make bad rotates, whatever it may be, randoms are a part of the game. And sometimes, most of the time actually, there's just nothing we can do about it. Sure, it might feel good to scream at your random through the mic, or cuss them out, or just TK them honestly, but if you're really trying to win and get better, that's just not the way to go. Not only does it promote toxicity, but it also sets yourself up for failure. Let's say you're in a rank game, and you TK your teammate, they're just gonna give up and throw the rest of the game, and boom, that's an instant loss for you. So, ask nicely, tell them, hey man, next time don't make that rotate, or next time don't reinforce that please. If they don't answer you, whatever. If they cuss you out, whatever. If they TK you, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's out of your control. Don't worry about it. So shifting from mindset, let's move on to game knowledge. Game knowledge obviously varies from player to player, and I can't pinpoint what exactly you, the specific viewer, needs to work on. However, I can highlight the most important things, which is map knowledge, your callouts, operator and how they interact with each other, and just your overall experience at playing this game. So with Siege having 24 different maps and 16 of them being the ranked pool, map knowledge is a huge factor. And with each map being pretty much entirely different, you need to know each map in and out. And I don't mean like, perfect, you know every single call out, you know every little nook and cranny, you know every angle, because that's just impossible. There's so many different angles you can make on Rainbow. However, you do need to know the bare minimum, which in my opinion is every site setup on the ranked maps, like 70 to 80% of the callouts, the common callouts on the map, and your attack strategies to attack those bomb sites on the map. And most of the time, this will just come with playing the game over and over again. You're going to play the same maps, you're going to play the same bomb sites, and you'll learn what site setups work the best for you, and how to attack certain bomb sites. And for callouts, it's usually based on a significant, object in the room. Like let's say deer on villa. There's a big deer statue in the middle of the room, so that's called deer, right? And if you want to skyrocket your knowledge and learn everything as fast as possible, what I did and what I personally recommend, just like I said earlier, positive mindset and desire to get better at the game, to go on YouTube, look up in-depth site setups. Let's say you look up Clubhouse and you want to know how to defend CCTV and cache room. There's so many high quality videos, not just for CCTV and cache, but for all site setups in the game that go in depth and can give you different variations of the site setup. And each ranked game you play on that site setup, try a different variation. And after a while, you'll find a site setup that fits you and your team, your squad, whatever you like the most. You keep running that over and over again. It'll build muscle memory. You'll remember what walls to reinforce, what head holes to make, what walls not to reinforce, and that's how you get better. And what I like to do, which I still do honestly, because I don't know all the calls in the game, I look up scrim clips, competitive clips, and let's do high level gameplay and let's do their callouts. And you're not only listening to their callouts, but you're looking at their gameplay, how they coordinate off their team, how they play off their team, how they execute a bomb site, how they defend a bomb site, etc. So just watching YouTube videos in general is just a very quick way to increase your knowledge of the game. Alright, and now moving on to everyone's favorite topic, mechanics and positioning. And I just want to come out and say this right now, you don't need flashy mechanics. You don't need to be the next Bolo, you don't need to be the next Uzi, right? You just need good crosshair placement and you need good positioning. Good crosshair placement is having your crosshair placed wherever the enemy head is going to be. So always aiming head level, because in this game, headshots are one shot kill. So obviously you want to go for headshots. Good positioning, however, is a little more complicated than good crosshair placement. It's very tricky to describe good positioning because it varies on so many different factors. It can vary on the player's skill, it could vary on your ping, it could vary on any outside factors during the match or in the round. So to put it simply, it is the best possible position you can put yourself in to give yourself an advantage in any gunfight and ultimately get the kill on your enemy. I honestly could make a whole video on positioning, which I might actually do in the future. So I'll highlight a few basic things based on your ping. If you have a low ping, let's say under 60, you can hold angles a little bit easier. You can hold passive angles. While if you have high ping, it's better just to swing everything because you have the advantage in a gunfight. Also, there's two different angles. I just mentioned one. There's a passive angle and an active angle. To basically dumb it down, a passive angle is when you're holding an angle or an area and you're not showing your body and you're forcing your enemy to walk in your line of sight. An active angle, it's a lot more aggressive, obviously, given the name. You're holding an area or an angle where you're forcing a gunfight with your defender or with your enemy. So here's an example of a passive angle here. I'm forcing the enemy to walk in my line of sight, or I'm playing off a sound information where I can just swing this guy. Passive angles are obviously very strong if you have a shotgun, or maybe you have a close range weapon, or you have not the best gun skill. In this clip, I'm holding an active angle, which I'm showing my body, and I'm forcing a gunfight with the other guy. This can be helpful when you're trying to force a gunfight, you're trying to maybe even a man advantage or get another kill, and this favors the more mechanically gifted people. However, given the nature of Rainbow Six Siege, you're going to need to use both of them in different situations, obviously. So, put it bluntly, good positioning is having an advantage over your enemy in a gunfight. Now, going back to flashy mechanics, like I said, you don't need to be the next Bolo or the next Uzi or the next, Shaiko, right? However, it is vital in this game to know how to quick peek, quick lean. This, like many other things, you can find on YouTube, and you can find guides on how to do simpler versions or more difficult versions. However, because information in this game is key, quick leading, to get information without droning or anything, quick leading is a very important aspect of this game. Because I'm sure you know it's not very common for most shooters to be able to lean. So make sure you use the quick lean to your advantage, and make sure you just use leaning in general as your advantage. And to wrap up this segment, I just want to finish off with taking your time and play at your own pace. Of course, if it's 50 seconds on the round and you have to get a plant down, you have to defuse the bomb, of course, you're going to have to rush a little bit, right? There's always that adrenaline rush, right? But make sure if you're taking, drone out your teammates, drone yourself out, take map control one at a time, play at your own pace. Now onto our last segment and kind of our conclusion here. Just playing the game. Like I said before, playing the game more, you're going to get better at the game over time. I've played this game for about 2,000 hours. I've gone from a 0.5 copper on Xbox to a 1.2 champion on PC. I know rank 2.0, rank inflation, everything, right? But I went from a copper, the lowest rank in the game, to the highest rank in the game in about three years, all right? So it takes time, obviously. You're not going to become the next Prodigy. You're not going to become the next Bolo or Shaiko overnight. It takes time. And like I said before, it all depends on your commitment, on how you want to get better, how often you watch videos, how often you play Tion, how often you play ranked. So it really is all up to you. And like I said during the game knowledge segment, it'll just come to you naturally. You'll start to learn callouts, you'll start to learn site setups. It'll come almost muscle memory to you. And before I end the video, I just want to highlight that it is a video game. At the end of the day, it's a game. It's not life or death. If you don't hit your rank, whatever, next season try again, or keep playing. If you don't get that kill, whatever, there's always next time, alright? It's not life or death at all, and above all, you should make sure you enjoy this game. If you don't enjoy the game, what's the point of you even playing, right? We all play video games for fun, so we should have fun playing them. If you like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. It motivates me a lot to keep making these videos, and I hope you honestly took away something positive from this, and I didn't waste 11 minutes of your time. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.